Chapter 24 5 Weeks to Complete Sanity. Earlier, we applied the teachings of the 18th century German philosopher Immanuel Kant to fat loss and health. We covered how anything we do to boost wellness must be continued or our health will suffer. Therefore, we should skip any wellness program that we cannot keep up forever. A 7-day cleanse might be challenging, but what happens on day 8? With Kant's philosophy in mind, we're going to ease your way into this new lifestyle. Calm, gradual, and patient is the right formula for the long term. All or nothing approaches are doomed to failure. Compare trying to be more active by attempting to run 10 miles right now versus walking 5 more minutes every day while slowly adding pep to your step. Which is more likely to help you be more active long term? Remember, we're focused on the next 30 years and beyond, not just the next 30 days. With a lifetime of fitness and wellness in mind, we're going to make simple changes to the way you eat and exercise over 5 weeks. Each week, you'll work on swapping a few more starches and sweets for a few more non-starchy vegetables, nutrient-dense proteins, whole food fats, and low fructose fruits. And you'll add a little more resistance to your smarter exercise. Please make sure to use the serving size guidelines we discussed earlier and that are expanded upon at sanesolution.com as just that, guidelines. Please keep in mind that everything related to serving sizes and number of servings that we cover here is a general guideline. It's so easy to get mired in details and to complicate things when talking about servings and serving sizes. Please stay focused on the big picture and use these guidelines as rough estimations. Nobody is overweight because they are calculating servings wrong. This model of precision is a remnant from the old, obsolete, and counterproductive calorie counting model. Please just focus on making the vast majority of food you eat non-starchy vegetables, followed by nutrient-dense protein, followed by whole food fats, and you will achieve slimness and health more simply than you ever thought possible. In fact, you'll achieve what I like to call nutritional serenity. New heading: Serving Size Guide for Less Sane or Insane Foods. As a general rule, most people wildly underestimate their starch, sweet, oil, and cheese intake. Today's monstrous bagels are at least 4 servings of starch, not 1. A big bowl of enriched sweetened cereal is about 3 to 4 servings of starch and 3 to 4 servings of sweets, not 1 serving of starch. It's very easy to eat 4 servings of pasta in a single sitting. On the other hand, your intuition about a serving of nutrient-dense protein and non-starchy vegetables is probably quite close. No need to buy a food scale, just increase your estimates of servings of starches, sweets, oils, and cheeses. And at the risk of being redundant, please remember that these are just estimates. If you're eating non-starchy vegetables, nutrient-dense protein, and whole food fats in that order consistently, you will achieve success. Legumes. A serving is about the size of a loose fist or 1 cup. Higher sugar fruits. A serving is the size of a fist or 1 cup or 1 medium-size higher sugar fruit. For instance, 1 banana, 2 plums, 15 grapes, 1 apple, 1 peach. Most dairy. A serving of butter is the size of the tip of your thumb, or about 1 tablespoon. A serving of cheese is about the size of your thumb. A serving of milk or high sugar yogurt is 1 cup, 8 ounces. Most people could easily eat 4 servings of butter or cheese, but only a serving or two of milk or yogurt in a sitting. Baked goods can easily saturate you with butter before you know it. Every time you eat pizza, you are likely to be eating over 4 servings of cheese. Butter and cheese are easy to overeat. Insane fats. An extremely fatty cut of conventional meat the size of your palm is 2 to 3 servings. 1 tablespoon of oil is also a serving. Aside from a few guys trying to prove something, most people would stop eating fatty meat naturally at 2 or 3 servings in a single sitting. However, it is extremely easy to overeat oil. Eat anything fried and you will easily consume at least 4 servings of oil. Starchy vegetables. Serving sizes vary. The key point to keep in mind is that a serving of starch is small. For example, a bag of popcorn can easily contain 8 servings. Starches are extremely easy to overeat because they are dry and low in fiber and protein. Most people overeat starch daily without even knowing it. When ranchers want to fatten livestock, they stop feeding them non-starchy plants, grass, and start feeding them starch, generally corn. If you do not want to fatten yourself, avoid starch, sweets, and sweetened drinks. 10 grams of sugar or anything with calories that is added to food to make it sweeter, aka added sweeteners, is a serving. Sweets are the easiest food to overeat. Some sweeteners aren't even recognized as food by your body and therefore never trigger a full feeling. This is why you can take in 3 servings of sweets by drinking a soda and still have plenty of room for a pink slime burger and fries cooked in toxic trans fats. Traditional portions of sweets and sweetened drinks contain anywhere from 3 to 8 servings. The fastest way to gain fat and damage your health is to eat and especially to drink sweeteners. New heading: a sample sane day. Before we move on to your smarter exercise program, let's look at a typical day on a sane eating program with typical foods and serving estimations for what you'll be eating. Again, note that the serving sizes are intentionally approximations. Please don't sweat the small stuff. As Dr. John Yudkin of the University of London puts it so well, there is no point in worrying about imaginary dangers. If you do, you will likely to be overlooking the real dangers. Dedicate all of your wellness attention to healing your body with at least 10 servings of non-starchy vegetables, 100 to 200 grams of nutrient-dense protein in at least 30-gram doses divided evenly throughout the day, and enough whole food fats and low fructose fruits to satisfy you while staying active and exercising smarter. Your body is a miracle. It will take care of the rest. Sample sane day. Breakfast: 2 eggs and 6 egg whites scrambled with a lot of vegetables, ham, and a glass of green tea. Sane serving translation: 2 servings of nutrient-dense protein, 3 servings of non-starchy vegetables, 1 serving whole food fat. Lunch: stir-fried chicken with a lot of vegetables and a glass of green tea. Sane servings: 1 serving of nutrient-dense protein, 1 serving of other fat, 3 servings of non-starchy vegetables. Optional snack: sane pancakes, raw sugar snap peas and baby carrots, a green smoothie, and lots of water. Sane servings: 1 whole food fat, 1 nutrient-dense protein, 4 non-starchy vegetables. Dinner: a lot of baked salmon, grilled vegetables, and a piece of sane peanut butter pie. A glass of decaf green tea. Sane servings: 2 servings of nutrient-dense protein. 3 servings of non-starchy vegetables, 3 servings of whole food fat. Total sane servings for the day. Non-starchy vegetables, 13 servings. Nutrient-dense protein, 6 servings. Whole food fats, 6 servings. Low fructose fruit, 1 serving. Other fats, 1 serving. Tip: your Sane mobile app makes tracking your Sane servings simple and fun. Try it for free at sanesolution.com. Tip: you can enjoy a full week's worth of Sane recipes by accessing your listener-only bonuses online at sanesolution.com/calorie-myth audiobook. Listener code I am sane. Sidebar: is sane eating the same for children and adults? Yes and no. Yes, in that the same foods are sane for children as are sane for adults. But no, in that eating satisfying, unaggressive, nutritious, and inefficient foods is more important for children for 4 reasons. 1. Children require more nutrition than adults. 2. Children are more susceptible to food-related behavior problems. 3. Fat cells never go away. 4. The habits children form affect them forever. Let's dig into each one of these in a bit more detail. New heading: children require more nutrition than adults. Water, fiber, and protein-rich foods contain more nutrition per calorie than any other foods. A sane child is optimizing growth and development with the most essential vitamins, minerals, proteins, and fats possible. Some children may also require an abundance of calories. The research clearly shows that we're best off supplying extra calories via whole food fats rather than through starches and sweets. This applies to athletes as well. This can be done deliciously by enjoying more of the sane desserts we'll cover shortly, or by adding whole food fats such as cocoa, coconut, avocado, flax seeds, macadamia nuts, or chia seeds to smoothies. New heading: children are more susceptible to food-related behavior problems. Starches and sweets are dramatically more aggressive than sane foods. They release a short burst of energy into the body. This causes a brief energy high followed by longer lasting lethargy. Still developing mentally and emotionally, children are doubly affected by these highs and lows. This is why they start bouncing off the walls and have a hard time concentrating after eating insane starches and sweets. Sane eating has long been prescribed to aid children said to be suffering from ADHD, as it ensures a slow and steady supply of energy and enables optimal mood and behavior. New heading: fat cells never go away. Once fat cells are made, we cannot get rid of them. We can only shrink them. This is why helping your children to avoid excess body fat is so important and why childhood obesity is so heartbreaking. Once a child develops new fat cells, she will have a harder time staying slim for the rest of her life because those fat cells will never go away. They can be shrunk, but will forever predispose that child to storing excess body fat. In fact, the American Heart Association found that 70 to 80% of overweight children remain overweight for their entire lives. New heading: the habits children form affect them forever. The habits we learn as children stick with us. When we teach our children healthy habits, we make it dramatically easier for them to keep themselves fit and healthy for the rest of their lives.